So why this code deploy take too much time is because I have made an error without paying attention for that. So here, instead of I was running given an entry point, I replace it with run. So it creates for me a loop, and this container started to running. So the code deploy will believe that the this face here in the app spec, right? Because I have saying to code deploy, the timeout will be at the first time it will be 1 hour, 3600. So this this code deploy will stop it after 1 hour. So here I want to suggest, I want to advise you. So here in the timeout, you have to specify the time that you think that your code will take to be executed. For example, if this script take, for example, 1 hour to be executed, and here you have specified 3 minutes of timeout. So after 3 minutes, you will have a timeout error, even if the error in your script. Why? Because you have given less time than the time required by this script to be executed. So pay attention for this this issue is to give the timeout more than the timeout, not more too much more, but more a little bit than the time that is required by this script to be executed, right? Here, even if you give, for example, an hour, and this script need only for a minute, it's not a problem, because once this script will be finished, then the code deploy will be finished and the execution will finish. But the problem here is if if an error happen here, right? So the code deploy will know about this error, and this timeout issue will trigger and after 1 hour. So it will take you too much time, and the code deploy believe that everything is work properly, but in reality there is an error. But the code deploy will stop the deployment after 1 hour. Okay, so this is why here you have to pay attention for this timeout. You have to give the timeout based, you have to give the to set this timeout based on your expectation of how much time your script shell will take to execute that command you have specified within it, right? So here I have stopped these two instances. I will start them again. Right, so let me come back to code deployment and create a new application here. I will call it DevOps Code Pipeline. Sorry, this is deployment. Code deploy. Could be EC2 instance. And then alright, let me push these changes, commit, and push that changes, right? Then come back here and create the deployment group. Go down here, service role, type in the name, and it will be our Ansible server. Don't have load balancer. All these stuffs I will explain them later on. I will not cover them in this scope and in this lab, right? So scroll down and create deployment group. First thing I have to do is retry to build, because apply these changes that I have did here, I've applied here, in this Docker file, right? So it is good to face issues, because from that issues you will understand well what is the beneficial, or what is the use case of any command here in Docker file. Because by mistake he didn't pay attention for that, and instead of typing entry point I type run, right? So this Docker file will believe this is in a container, and it will start that container. So let us complete also deployment. Go down here, then come back here, then check this object, copy its URI, then paste it here, and for the type is zip, then create a deployment. So this time it must work. So what is the issue this time? So the deployment, because the specified file already exists in this location. So what I have to do, because I have created a new code pipeline, what I have to do is just to remove this folder for DevOps, then remove as well this file, then now retry to replay this deployment. Now the deployment will start, and I hope this time it work. So before that, let me come here, and we are trying to create 2 new images and push them to my Docker hub repo is Node.js pipeline, and then React.js pipeline. For the first time they are not existing yet, but once the deployment will finish, I will refresh here, and we must find them here, right? Yeah, the deployment finished successfully, right? And now if we try now here to type in ls, there is new DevOps folder created, and this with deployment.service YAML copied, right? So now if we try go here and refresh here, we must see that images created. So that images didn't create it, and I think that there was an issue here. Docker ps, don't know why that. Docker ps-d, let's say docker remove rf or force 3 character, first 3 character, right? Ls docker ps, right? And the deployment is created, but let me refresh here.